Okay, this question is from Leadership Upbeat 138. The way I think about, right, if you want to develop your shooting, these are the things that come to mind, right? I've been saying that anyone who's got a shooting problem usually has a juggling problem. Because if you think about juggling is rhythmic shooting, right? Each juggle that you take is like a little pass or a little shot. So when you're focusing on juggling, not only are you improving your first touch, but you're improving passing, shooting, and indirectly dribbling as well, because of the rhythmic timing nature of it. You got to know, the weight of each touch that you take in a dribble. They're all kind of connected, right? So they say that not all the best jugglers are the best players, but all the best players are the best jugglers. So spending some more time, the more time you spend juggling, it's going to help you develop an awareness for shooting, right? Even with any size ball. And then, right, like if you want to develop your juggling, you gotta use the ground. You gotta use the ground like your training partner, right? A lot of players, they get frustrated if they get however many juggles. They're focusing on, I can get 10, or I could get 50, or I could get, I can only get 5. But if you can get 1, then you could get 1,000, right? Because if you use the ground like your training partner, then boom, right? Then you're not thinking about the 1,000 that you could, you're not thinking about however many you can. Like, I'm not thinking, I can only get 2. I'm thinking 1, right? You're thinking 1. You get 1. Ground gets 1. You get 1. I get 1. You get 1. Right? You're just getting 1, right? Because if you can get 1, then in like a couple minutes, you could get 1,000. Easy. Nice and easy. Really working that technique, right? Nice and easy. And then you're starting to develop a better relationship, right? Each juggle is like a shot, right? And then what'll help magnify your efforts, right? Like if you have a wall, now that's a different strategy. Some players, they're in bumble fudge nowhere, and there's not a good rebounder surface. Or some people don't have a rebounder. That's okay. So then you use what you got, right? So if you got to use the ground as a training partner. Some people do have access to a wall. So now you can use a wall, right? Now you're using a wall. And that's shooting right there, right? This is shooting. Right? That's shooting. Some people don't have a wall, and they don't like juggling, or they don't have a lot of time. Now, if you don't have a lot of time and you don't like juggling, maybe you could use a kick trainer, right? A kick trainer allows you to cram months of training into days or weeks. And now you're kind of like juggling, except it's with a ball and a rope. And kick trainers are great because for beginners, right, it's easy to fail and not get discouraged, because you can immediately feel the feedback if you can connect well, or if you connect poorly, the next immediate touch you could start to recorrect. So you're rapidly, it's like each stroke of the ball is like a little test, and you could test each touch on the ball rapidly. AC Milan, Ajax, Sevilla, multi-million-dollar clubs all encourage their youths to use kick trainers because it rapidly improves your timing, your rhythm, your balance, your coordination, your striking technique. You could, in 15 minutes, I've timed it. Let's say you get 60 touches on a kick trainer in 60 seconds. That means in 15 to 20 minutes, you can get 1,200 touches effortlessly, right? Most youth soccer practices, players would be hard pressed to get 1,000 touches, right? Just watching, that means if you're watching a full game, or if you're on the bench at a soccer field, in 90 minutes, between 80 to 90 minutes of a youth soccer game, if you're on the bench and you're not using a kick trainer, that's an opportunity that you could improve your game, right? So this is such a simple tool. You could strap a size 1 ball, size 2, whatever size ball, tennis ball, dog toy, onto a length of rope or a jump rope or some string. Just get kicking, right? Don't overthink it. Just have fun with it. You're breathing and you're relaxed. Okay, another strategy you can use to improve your shooting is if you get some duct tape, masking tape. Basically, you want any surface that'll help you lift the ball up and make it so that you can develop a clean striking technique. So I have this, right? This is some electrical tape. And look, you want to practice shooting and landing on that striking foot. And this is just a way. It's not the way. It's a way, just like all these other things, right? You could use, it's about what you have. It's about what you can use. Use the ground, use a wall, use a kick trainer, use a rebounder, use a training partner, right? Use some duct tape. There's a whole bunch of strategies. There's no one right way. There's lots of ways to develop, right? So this thing's lifted up in the air. If you have a thin cone that could sit it up, right? Be creative. Anything, you could use friggin' 2 bananas, lift it up, right? So now, right, you're gonna practice landing on that shooting foot. So watch, right? Just like that, right? Just like that. Easy money. So, but it's in the World Cup final, every single player was making mistakes. It's not about not making mistakes. It's about perpetually learning and having fun with it. Be like, oh, I messed up, that's okay. And you just keep on learning. Right, the second you start to get up in your head and say, oh, you know, X, Y, Z, you know, I got these players, you know, asking, oh, how do I stop making mistakes? You never want to stop making mistakes. You never want to stop if you stop learning from the mistakes. How do I make different mistakes? Right, let's keep on learning. You got to keep, right, because from the mistakes, there's learning. Then you don't have to make the same mistakes. You could start making better, more elegant, different mistakes. So I hope this helps with the shooting, and reach out with any more questions. All right, thank you.